I thought it'd be kind of cool to rebuild the last rendition, I guess, of my first brand new parts home built computer from back in the day. I actually had a different motherboard and a different CPU, uh, but it was all the same platform basically. The motherboard that I had first was an ECS, just the super cheap motherboard, and it was the only reason I got it is because it had a DDR controller and an SD-RAM controller. So it had two separate slots. Well, four slots, two of each. So I could use my old SD-RAM, uh, and then once I saved up a little bit more money, I eventually got DDR to go on it. And then eventually that motherboard died, and I don't know what happened to it. I probably threw it away. And got this, which is an ABIT NF7, not the S, so it doesn't have SATA ports. My brother's computer that he bought from CyberPower, I think, back in the day, his was identical to this. His was an NF7S. I believe that's where the SATA controller would go. Pretty sure it was an S. Um, Same basic chipset though. This is an Enforce 2. This is kind of the go-to socket A motherboard for a long time. I started out with an Athlon 2100 Plus, I think. Yeah, and that died at some point, probably because I was overclocking it. I think I got it up to almost 2700 equivalent. So another 500 or 600 megahertz. Um, let's see. Oh, I replaced this heatsink with a bigger one because I was overclocking this as well. And I think the only way that you could really overclock this board was just through a FSB. And then when that died, I got a 3200 plus, which is what's in there now. As far as I think that's right. This is a weird combination of heat sinks. This was a Thermaltake. Crap, I can't remember what it was. It was an orange fan, and then I eventually got this. I don't remember what they called it, like a tornado or something, which is an extra deep 80 millimeter fan, and then this separator thing, which basically just moves the fan away from the heatsink, so that theoretically the air would kind of have some room to straighten out and hit all of the heatsink at once correctly instead of just around the outside edge. I don't know. That was kind of the thing back in the day. This fan is extremely loud, which is why it has one of these on it, so you can tone it down. I usually had it cracked just so it was a little bit more than bearably audible. And that's why the tape is on here, because this fan was a little bit thicker than the original one that came with this heatsink, or your average 80 millimeter fan. So I never had long enough screws to attach it on there, and I guess I just used masking tape at the time, which worked for a while. I've got OCZ RAM, which I believe these are 512s each. Yes, I believe so. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully everything still works. It should. It's kind of been tossed from box to box, from drawer to drawer over the years. And obviously I've got it on my ESD safe bedspread. So hopefully it still works. Anyway, I still got to get another case so I can get it all put together. I can probably make a little test bench using my Pentium 3 just to at least get everything checked out and make sure everything's working. I still got my old Radeon 9600 that I can throw in here, because that was my original good AGP card. I've also got this, which a friend gave to me years ago. It's a Radeon HD 1600 Pro, 256 meg AGP, but it doesn't work. Or at least it didn't back then. So I don't have any. I really doubt I can get it working. I don't think it's probably not like a capacitor or anything like that. It's probably actually dead. I could throw it under the rework station, see if that brings it back to life, or who knows, maybe it totally does work. But that'd be kind of cool if I can get that on there. It's a relatively period correct for the era, but I don't know. We'll see. Just thought I'd give you a little update, show you what I'm working on, or will be working on. So, thanks for watching. Take it easy.